Hi, this is Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons. In my humble opinion, there is a path forward to use each class of Dungeons & Dragons to learn fundamental aspects about our own humanity and better ourselves. That is the POHEC, the path of optimal human exploration by class. Today we look at the class of Paladin, and we use Paladin to explore this incredibly important aspect of our humanity. What is the aspect of our humanity that we explore through the Paladin? It is championing. It is being a champion, right? So championing a cause, right? Taking the role of champion, right? Now, before we talk about Paladin, we have to talk about Cleric, okay? In Dungeons & Dragons removes atheism and agnostics, right? There is no place for atheism or agnosticism within Dungeons & Dragons. You cannot be an agnostic or an atheist when a cleric is literally healing you by the power of Pelor, right? So basically, this question of faith is removed in Dungeons & Dragons, which is really fascinating, right? And so clerics say, okay, deity, I see you, I acknowledge you, I will heal for you, I will serve for you, I will carry the banner of your deity and your power forward, right? The Paladin goes further. The Paladin says, I see you, deity, I will fight for you. And every foe that rises against what you teach, the values you uphold, I will make sure that they fail or they fall. I will be your champion. I will be championing what you believe, what you value, right? And so this is a really, really interesting aspect for us as Dungeons & Dragons players, right? So we enter into the narrative canvas. The Dungeon Master sets into place the Dungeons & Dragons campaign. We enter that campaign with the Paladin, right? And unlike any other class, we are not here to acquire. We are not here to build companionship. We are here to carry the banner at the level of fighting, right? And saying, this set of values, this set of beliefs is so important that I will literally lay down the Paladin is saying, I will make others fall for you. I will fall for you if it comes to that, right? Now, we as humans, right? We want to be incredibly protective of our lives, right? Americans, we value, with very, very few exceptions, we value human life, right? At an incredible rate, right? So as players, we certainly don't want to, we want to make sure we have a robust 75, 100, 125 years on this planet. But there is this question of, are we willing to put risk and put loss and put sacrifice, not to the point of our lives like the Paladin, but how far are we willing to go to fight for the causes that we believe in, right? Now, again, it is an allegory. We're not going to be literally fighting, but in America, we've had massive political upheaval since 2016. President Donald Trump turned this entire country upside down, and America is probably not going to. America will never be the same after Donald Trump. There's just no two ways around that, right? And there are many people who are fighting, not literally, but figuratively fighting to restore America after what's happened, for Donald Trump, and say we can still have peace and harmony. We can still be tolerant and love one another, right? When President Trump said, "Oh, that's no longer possible," they are fighting. They are fighting with ballots. They are fighting with initiatives. They are fighting with getting a message out that love and tolerance is still an important thing in America, right? They are championing a cause, right? And the Paladin says, hey, are you willing to take abrasion? Are you willing to take insult? Are you willing to get on the front lines, right? Are you willing to take losses? Now, those are not, the Paladin takes those losses with blood and bone and flesh and tears and with their body themselves. We never do that in America, right? We fight figuratively, we fight passionately, we fight in ways that are peaceful, right? But the Paladin still has a lot to show us, in that there are different ways of serving powers higher than us, right? The overall idea of American tolerance and love, right? You could dedicate yourself to that. And you could serve like a cleric and say, I'm going to heal people who have been harmed by Donald Trump, right? I'm going to carry the banner. I'm going to preach love and tolerance, right, wherever I can, right? That's one way that we see that through the cleric. But what about saying, no, I'm going to go way beyond that, right? I'm going to go to the point where I am walking every street in my city, knocking on every door, right? And when people say, I wish you hadn't shown up here, right? You will not stop, and you will go to the next house and you will knock on it, even knowing that neighbor doesn't want to hear your message of tolerance, right? You are championing, you are going farther, you are pushing it, right? Like, that is the Paladin. The Paladin is saying, how far will you go to champion the higher purposes you have attached yourself to, right? And really bring the thunder, the figurative thunder, right? The Paladin is about championing. It asks us, so when we play the Paladin, it asks us as players, it asks us as humans, what are you going to put it on the line for? What will you show up on the front lines for, right? And when you're done running the Paladin and you see the incredible loss that they take slice after slice after slice, because they're not back with the Ranger, and they're not back with, with the Wizard who's casting a fireball and the Ranger who's shooting a longbow. You are right there, taking every claw, taking every bite. You may say, this is for me, I will champion nothing. Or you may say, holy cows, I see it, man, and I see the power that these deities, these higher powers are giving to this, and I am going to dedicate myself. I will go farther, right? I will push to the point of sacrifice. I will be a champion. That is the question that is posed by the Paladin. You have something to learn. Get in there, get on this class, make sure it's part of your gauntlet, and learn what you need to know to become what, in my opinion, is possible, a better human being through Dungeons & Dragons. That's my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. What do you champion? Have you walked away from championing? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.